Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today I'm going to show you how I do my cleansing routine followed by a little mini makeup routine also. So I'm going for like a really super natural makeup look, the almost like the non-makeup look. So obviously wearing makeup but looking like I haven't really got any makeup on, just to make my skin look super glowy and super natural, and just for an everyday look really. Super easy as well. So I'm going to start off with my cleansing routine, show you what products I use and how I start it. So let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to start with putting my headband on and getting my hair out of the way. This is actually a very cute headband. I think my mum got me this for Christmas. So the cleanser I'm going to use is this one that I've been using for a little while now. It's called Augustinus Bader. I think that's how you pronounce it. I am so rubbish at pronunciation, but I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's a cleansing balm. Oh, it's amazing. So my skin at the minute is a little bit, I've got a few breakouts, but usually my skin has been absolutely the best it's ever been. And I think it is since I've been using these skincare products that I'm about to show you today. So this, I don't think I'm going to use another cleanser after I've been using this. I absolutely love it. So the consistency is a little bit strange actually, because it's kind of like a Vaseline consistency, which I wasn't expecting. It doesn't really have a smell. I can't even it doesn't really have a smell. So it's just very plain, which sometimes I think is actually really good in products because it means that they're not full of perfumes and things like that. And it lathers up really nicely. And I even use this to take like a full face of makeup off and everything. So this is now my makeup remover and my daily cleanser. So I apply normally about, actually that might be a bit too much, about that usually to my fingers. And then I just give those a little rub in. And then I go onto my cheeks and I start my process of cleansing. So I actually use this all over my eyes as well, so it doesn't sting or anything. You can take your mascara off and things like that. So yeah, you can apply this everywhere, all over your lips. Got really, really dry lips at the minute actually, they're so sore. So once you're happy with it lathered everywhere, it comes with like this little nice like linen cloth, and I just get it a little bit warm. Quite refreshing actually using a cloth. I'm like obsessed with using a cloth. Like in the morning before I even wake up, I wring myself like a really hot flannel and I just put it on my face and it like wakes me up in the morning. So it's really good to pat your face. This is a tip that I've learned off literally like loads of celebrities. So you can't give your face a rub, we've got to pat. Our face is gentle and we do not want to make any more wrinkles. Okay, so my face is all dry and clean. So the next thing I normally do is my lip scrub. Oh, my lips are just always dry. They always feel so horrible. Like at the minute I've like even got like a crack in this bit here. So if anyone knows something amazing for lips, please let me know. I think my thing is I don't drink enough water, and that is definitely probably dehydration in my lips. And then I just literally rub that around to try get all that dead skin off my lips. And I think you can actually like eat this because it tastes amazing when you eat it. Stop it, get some help. Obviously I'm joking, don't eat it. I'm just really hungry this morning. Okay, so once I'm happy with my lips, so now that's all done, I then normally move on to my face serum, which is a vitamin C brightening serum. So it's by a brand called Queso, which is a really affordable brand. I don't think this was a lot of money, maybe around £12, I think, maybe something like that. But yeah, they're just vitamin C drops and they smell literally amazing. And then I just rub that into my hands and then I pat that into my skin. So you should never rub serums and things into your skin, you should always pat them. So I normally use this under my moisturizer and things, and it just gives me, or feels like it just brightens my skin a little bit more. I can't believe I've got this big spot on here, by the way. I literally haven't had a spot on my face for ages. And then I woke up this morning, I was doing this video and I was like, great, a big spot for the video. So this feels like once it's dry, it doesn't feel sticky. It does feel obviously a little bit sticky when you're applying it, but once it's dry, it feels really nice and it just smells amazing. I literally need as much vitamin C and D in my body as possible. In the summer, I'm amazing. I go across the beach and I walk to the beach, but in the winter, I literally never leave my house. So if I can put anything on my skin that's gonna help me absorb some sort of sun, that's always good. Is vitamin C sun or is it vitamin D?
Vitamin D.
So the next thing I'm going to apply is my face cream. So this is called Kate Somerville, and by the way, I've never heard of her until I went into Space & K and said I was looking for a new face cream that would help with, my skin felt really tired and I was getting really bad rashes around my mouth, and although I've still got a little bit, it's reduced loads. So she recommended this for me, and it's a recovery cream and it's for stressed skin, and she said it's really good for like rosacea and things like that. So I was like, perfect, let's try it. Guys, it's like the best cream ever. So I think this was around 60-70 pounds, and oh my god, I will never buy another moisturiser after this. It applies so nicely. So I've been using this twice a day for 2 months, and that's how much I've used. So it actually does go a really long way. So the consistency is literally amazing. It feels so, I can't explain it. It feels like thick, but not thick on the skin. So to apply it, it feels like you've got loads of it on, but when you start rubbing it in, it just absorbs into the skin so nicely. This is like by far my new favourite moisturiser ever, and it also works amazing as like a primer underneath your foundation, because it gives you like that dewy look but without looking too greasy. I think there's a really fine line with some moisturisers that your skin can look really greasy with it. I've never really used a really expensive product, and I would say £70 is quite expensive for a face moisturiser, but it was worth every single penny, and I will definitely buy it again. So it obviously is worth the money. So once I'm happy with all my moisturiser rubbed in, I then use my eye cream. So this is by a brand called Ren, and it's for brightening, dark circles, and an eye cream. So reduces obviously wrinkles as well. So I do actually have, not massive bags, but I do have quite darkish bags. So it has been helping a little bit, although I've not noticed like a dramatic difference since I've been using this. This has been about 2 months as well. So basically when I turned 30, I felt like I needed a little bit more good skincare routine in my life. So I splashed out and bought a few nice products, which are these, and they obviously have been working amazing for my skin at the minute, but I've not noticed a massive difference in my dark circles under my eye. But I kind of feel like, oh, you're gonna notice a difference with your dark circles, are they just gonna get rid of them? So it goes on amazing, and it actually don't need a lot at all. You only need a real little, like a really little bit. So I just normally dab a teeny bit under my eyes like that. And then with my fingers, I just go under the eyes, try and work on those crow's feet, and just apply that there. And for some reason, I always go in between my brows as well, because I have a nice crease in there, and I hope that straightens my crease out. Okay, so once that's on, I then just apply my lip balm, which is just bog standard Nivea. Again, I have actually tried some really nice lip balms in the past, but none seem to be worth the money. So I literally just always refer back to good old Nivea. Oh, guys, look at this piece of skin. I mean, I've literally exfoliated my lips and literally put lip balm on, and I've still got skin hanging from my lip. So do not do this at home. I'm just gonna pull it off. Like I said, if anyone knows like an amazing like lip mask or lip balm, anything, just let me know, because that is something I actually really struggle with, and I haven't yet mastered or found a really good one. So I think you can see my skin's already looking like a little bit brighter, a little bit more dewy, a little bit more refreshed. I don't quite look as tired as when I began. So once I've finished with my lip balm, I'm then going to move on, and I just put a little bit of serum on my brows and lashes. So the one that I've been using at the minute is called a Brow Maximizer by HD Brows. So this is specially for brows, but this formula also works on lashes. So I actually use this on both my brows and lashes, and it's supposed to thicken them up, make them fuller, and obviously lashes longer and things like that. So I've been using this for a little while actually, and I kind of feel like it has been making a difference. So I do really like it. So it comes in like this little application here, which is obviously perfect for brows, and I just apply it all over the brow area. And it's really good for like conditioning your brows as well. So if you have like lamination and things like that, and you just want them to look healthier and glossier, it's really good for that as well. And then into the next brow. And then I apply this along my lash line. and then just to the tips of the lashes. So that's my skincare routine that I do every morning, and it just makes me feel ready for the day. So now let's move on to my daily natural makeup. So now I'm just going to apply some makeup that's going to look super natural, and I almost want to make it look like I'm not wearing makeup. So I just want my skin and my bags and my spots to go, but I still want to look really natural but look like I'm made up. So I am obsessed with this product. It's a Charlotte Tilbury product, and it is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. It is amazing. It's, girls, if you have not got this in your life for an everyday makeup look or as a primer, then you need to go out and buy it. I swear it's the best thing I've ever bought in my life. So I use this as a primer if I'm going out, and then I also use this as like a daytime, like nice, like dewy, almost like a tinted moisturizer. This is the first thing I start with, and I just apply a little bit under here, a little bit here. I normally put just a little blob on the forehead and just a little bit there. So I don't actually apply a lot of this. And then I go in with this little Dior powder foundation brush it is, but I just go over and I just blend all that in. So it just gives you that like super glowy look, but not too intense. I can't explain, like it's just such a nice, can you see already on camera like how it just gives you that like really nice dewy tan. It gives you like a little bit of a tan as well. So I think my colouring is 4, and it just gives me like a really nice sun-kissed look as well. So this brush is amazing, but it does leave me with the most annoyingest little bits of hairs on the skin. So I just want to make sure those hairs are all off. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer, and I've been using at the minute this HD Brows Pro Fix Concealer, which is absolutely phenomenal, but I hate to break it to you girls, it's now, they now don't do it anymore. It's literally stopped, which is so frustrating because it's so good. It's like the best coverage ever. And then I'll just pat a little bit of that onto my finger, and then on the areas that I need a little bit more coverage. Definitely that spot there. I've got a couple of little blemishes on my forehead. So I normally just pat that into under my eyes, so it gives like a nice little like feathered out look. And you can see, I mean, you can see already, look how much it's covered my bags up. It's so good, and I still think it looks quite natural, like it's not too thick. So once I've patted that in, I then just make sure that's all blended out with my brush again. A little bit under that nose, and a little bit on my forehead. And then again, because that brush is great but annoying because it leaves you with hairs, I then just go over with my little beauty blender just to make sure I've not got any hairs on the face. So I'm now going to go with my blusher. So this is my NARS blusher that I've been using, and it is an Air Matte blush, and the colour is called Rush. And I just apply this to my cheeks, and it just gives me just a little bit of colour and makes me not look so flat, makes me look a little bit more alive. So a little goes a long way actually with this. And then I'll smile and just give the cheeks a little pat. And then using the little bit of excess, sometimes I just like to go over my nose just to give like a little bit of a sun-kissed look. And then again, I'll just dab it so it doesn't look too harsh. And that is normally where I like to put my blush. So super natural, but gives me a little bit of glow, makes me look like I've got a bit of colour and I'm not so dead. So the next thing I like to use is just a little bit of contour just under my cheekbones, and one that I really like to use is this Illamasqua one. So this one is called Disobey, and it's just a powder blusher, and I like to use this little brush, which I actually just think this is like an Amazon brush, but it's actually really nice. And I only apply a teeny tiny bit because I don't want it too dark. And then just underneath my cheekbones, I just gently just sketch that out. Just super soft, not too heavy. And it just gives me a little bit more structure in my cheekbone. So same again on the other side. And then sometimes I just like to dab a teeny bit more on, and I just go into the hairline a little bit just so it looks a little bit more bronzed up there. Like so, and just to soften it out if it looks a bit harsh. I'll just use my other brush just to soft that out so it looks super natural. So now I'm starting to look a little bit more alive. I don't look so dead. My bags are covered up. I've got a bit of colour in my cheeks. So now I'm going to move on to my eye area. I tend to not really put anything on my eyes when I'm going for like a natural look, just so I don't look like I'm actually wearing makeup. I'm trying to look a little bit more natural, like, oh, this is just how I look when I get out of bed. I've not even done anything, like I look so nice and fresh. So I'm going to take my lash curlers and I'm just going to give my lashes a curl. These curlers are unreal. They are by Kevin Akon, I think that's how you pronounce his name. And they are amazing, like the best curlers I've ever used. One of my girlfriends recommended this to me and I will never use another lash curler. So I'm just going to give them a curl. So I normally try and get as close to my lash line as possible and then just give a nice bit of pressure to them. I could not live without lash curlers, by the way. They're like the best things. I think if I was stranded on a desert island and they asked me like, what is my 3 products I would take? Lash curlers would be number 1. I think maybe a brow gel would be number 2, and maybe Hollywood Flawless filter would be number 3. So yeah, they would be my 3 favourite things. So I don't know if you can see on camera, but they look so much more curly now. And although I've not even got mascara on, they do kind of look like I've got a little bit of mascara on. So now I'm going to go in and do my brows, and I always use my soap brows for this. So this is just a little wax and I apply a little bit of prep and prime in there. So it's nice and wet, and then I use my brush, mix it together and then make a bit of a paste. That's normally about all I need. So then I rub this into my hand to make sure the paste is like all over the brush. So I actually did a little review on which was the best like brow glue, and this is my favorite. This came out, I think, yeah, this definitely came out top trumps. It was followed by another one, but actually the more I wore the other one, the more like cakey and horrible it looked, whereas this one still looks really natural. So the Refi Beauty one actually didn't go as good as what I thought, because the more I wore it, the more crispy it got, and you actually could see like all the white bits in your brows as the day went on. And you can see it's just fluffed them up a little bit, it's made them look a little bit more groomed, and I'm happy with that. I don't want to overwork them and I don't want them too fluffy because I'm going for a bit of a natural look. My next product is this Pro Pencil, which I must rave about in every single video I do. You can see obviously how much I use it, it's literally so short. I actually like it when it gets this short because it gives you more control of drawing in your brush strokes. Sometimes when it's a bit long, the pencil, you kind of sometimes can be a little bit heavy-handed. So I actually like it when it gets this short. This side I always have a gap in there and it drives me insane, so maybe put a few more in that gap there, which annoys me. So just to finish off my eyes, I am just going to go in with this Beauty Pie cream eyeshadow, and I'm just going to literally put the tiniest bit of eyeshadow onto this little brush, and then I'm just going to draw in just a little wing just on the outer corner of my eye. Pop a little wing just there, and same on the other side. That's it, literally just the tiniest bit of eyeshadow just on the outer corner of my eyes, just to elongate them a little bit. So one of the final things that I'm going to use on my face is I'm just going to finish my face off with a little bit of highlighter, and I normally just rub a little bit onto 2 of my fingers here. Then I'm just going to literally put a teeny bit just up there on my cheekbone. And then I'm going to do that to the other side. Yeah, to be fair, with the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter, you kind of don't really need a highlighter. God, my voice just broke. You kind of don't need a highlighter because it obviously works so well as a natural highlighter, but it does just add that little bit more glow. And I also really like to add this just here on my nose. Don't know why, but just think it looks quite nice. And then I also like to add a little bit just at the end of my nose again. Don't know why, don't really want to be highlighting my big nose, but I think it looks quite nice. And then a little bit just on my cupids though, just there. And then just with a little brush, I just like to dab the highlighter, and I just like to add a little bit in that corner of my eye. So when I tell people how long it takes me to do my makeup, they're like disgusted, because I normally take like 2.5 to 3 hours to do my makeup. But this takes me 15 minutes, which is like crazy quick. But people say that they do their full makeup in 15 minutes, which is kind of frightening. I don't know how anyone can do a full face of makeup in 15 minutes. So the last thing I like to use is my lip liner, which is a MAC lip liner, and I've literally had it so long, I don't even know what the name is anymore, but it's sorry guys, I have no idea, but it's really close to my lip colour, and I don't really overline them if I was doing just a natural day, so I just fill in my lip line. Just like that. And then I saw on Nikki Makeup one time, to make your lip liner look even more natural, she just kind of like just dabs it so it doesn't look too intense and heavy. And my final thing, which I almost forgot about, is my setting spray, and I just give that a little spritz all over my face. And that's it, I'm done. So you just need to give your hair a little zhuzh, tie it up, do whatever you want with it, and then that's it, you're done, ready for the day. So that is my morning cleansing routine and my morning makeup routine. So trying to still look super natural and not like I'm caked in makeup, but still nice and glowy and dewy. I hope that's come across in the video. And yeah, let me know if you want me to do more of these videos, or if you hated it, maybe don't comment. But yeah, I hope you like this video, and please like and subscribe if you haven't, and go ahead and follow my Instagram, which is Who Yana Beauty. I'll see you in the next one.